It's every parent's greatest fear. You have to know how fast someone can take one of your children. Hi everyone, this is John with today's active self-protection lesson out of South Africa. Shows us an attempted child abduction that teaches us how incredibly fast one of our children can be taken from us. And shows us important lessons about, yes, as parents, keeping your eyes on your children. Number two, about being aware of your surroundings. And number three, when something goes wrong, you gotta step in there and stop it. This family is just sitting down to eat, and we can see the little tiny guy in the green shirt there. He walks back behind that little pony wall, and when he does, he's out of the view of mom and dad, who are at the top of our screen on the right. And as they are, we see this guy just walk up to the little guy and pick him up and turn away and head back to his table. You can see him go reach down there and grab that little guy, and he actually, off screen, the news story said, handed him to a woman who started to try to take the little guy out the door. Thankfully, mom and dad were there, did not allow that, took these guys into custody. Now, let's go back and learn some lessons. This is how fast it happens. First and foremost, I want us to think about our little ones. This little guy is just a toddler, and mom and dad unfortunately let him out of their sight. Now, I've had toddlers in my life, and so they can very quickly get out of your view, which is why you gotta always be aware, especially when you got little ones who are mobile around you, because it took about 4 seconds from that kid to be standing at the table to being completely in a spot where mom and dad could not see him behind the little short wall. That's one of the things with them being short, right? So mom and dad are still chilling or whatever. I don't know that I would have allowed that. I would have gone over and checked on my child. Now, this guy just walks over, took an opportunity, so clearly they were paying attention and looking for a chance to kidnap this little guy. For whatever reason, you know, child trafficking is a huge thing in all over the world. And they want to have this kid who is valuable. So he looks for the opportunity where mom and dad aren't there and paying attention. And do you notice he turned away from dad and tried to hide this child? But dad was paying attention there, saw what was going on, and you can see him moving right away. And when that bad stuff goes down, you can't hesitate. You can't have that oh no moment that says, what am I gonna do? You gotta act. And it's exactly what dad did here. He got up and he was not gonna have it. Now, this is not a small guy, so he was able to do that. But I would also say, depending on how many bad guys there were, whatever, having a tool here would have been incredibly effective. So number one, parents, make sure you know where your kids are. Number two, don't let your little ones out of your sight and out too far from you. Number three, keep your head on a swivel, because things can go down really fast and you got to be able to act quickly to not only cover your ass, but to protect your family as well.